We're good, ne?
Two. Just two. I need so.
Peace to all the gods. Peace to all the goddesses. Hey, Sluggish, you good, bro?
Yes, I'm good.
The second episode today. I feel so drained, guys. It's the first time we're shooting like 2 episodes in a day.
Back to back.
Can you believe Abantu Kulin? This is us. I think this is episode number, I don't know, but we're out there.
You don't even want to label it.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the highest frequency, guys. I'm your boy, Thomas Aquinas, the 2020 God. Ibuthola amavuthi nje endala bhasopa qaphela ingozi bathi the smooth operator. And you know, guys, as always, the purpose of the show is to enlighten and awaken amagods, amanye angathandele, you know. And my job is to be a warrior of light, if you know what I mean. And today I got someone very, very, very special. When a man just says, let's abantu who in life are doing what I think is very, very important. She's a life coach, guys. And I remember the first time I asked her, what does a life coach really do? He's here.
I'm here.
He's going to tell us more about that life coaching and getting deep about it and really understand what it's all about. And also, she's going to just tell us about her views on life and what she thinks about this matrix. Sorry, I didn't say matrix, but yeah. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, on the show today, I got Coach Amma.
Thank you so much, Buto. Thank you for having me. Where do we start?
You know, this is the second episode where we've had a female.
Okay. Yeah.
The first episode was with AV Rain Candy, amazing artist.
Uh-huh.
I think she was the first ever episode, Uvula Masang.
Yes.
And
I was supposed to. I don't know what happened to that.
Nah, oh yeah. Go on, but you're here today. Great, man.
Yes. So
how is life?
Energies decided, frequencies aligned for today. Life is good. I am loving where I am. I think this is the perfect time for us to do this because I feel more ready now than I did when we first started talking last year.
Supposed to do this last year, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to do it last year.
So I told you that I want to do a podcast, or I got a podcast already. Like, what was the podcast?
You were planning to.
I was planning
to. Yeah, so I was either supposed to be guest number 2 or 1.
Damn.
But here I am, I'm guest number, whatever that is.
I'm sorry.
No problem. At least we finally got it done.
So when you're a life coach?
Yeah, I'm a life coach. I work as a business coach in that I life coach entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So aspiring entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs that are in business, young people. I focus on young entrepreneurs. That's what I do.
No, man, let's just define your role, basically. Like, is there a course that you go to school to become a life coach? Like,
yes, there are many courses. I did a certification with Robert Simic, and I got a life coaching certificate.
Okay.
So what life coaching is they empower you with tools, right? That help you navigate through the problems of life, because we get so caught up in our problems. It's like a shell, you get stuck in it, right? So with life coaching, it's like we get to help you to know how to break that shell with the tools that we empower you with. And I use this in my business coaching because I went through a lot of it's phases in business, right? We all go through them, but there was a point in time where I felt like I'm not going to come out of this situation. I felt like I was, what do you call it?
Trapped.
Rock bottom. I was very trapped. When you wake up and you still feel like you are in this, it's like an abyss, like you're just going down and down. Right?
How do I get out of this?
And I got saved by the tools that I utilize in coaching. That is why I work as a business coach to help entrepreneurs overcome the challenges that they face in business with the tools that I got from life coaching, because that's what I used to help myself get to where I am. So I understand the problems better. I can I can sit and empathize. I don't sympathize, but I can understand. And the beauty of it is I'm able to see what you don't see and help you get out of the shell, right? Because I'm coming out from outside. I'm an external source, right? And you are here with your problem. The government is not helping us. Whatever problems that entrepreneurs face, we don't have. The best one is funding. I need funding. So I come in to help you figure out and structure your business and give you the tools that help you mentally to focus.
I'm excited to know about the tools. I would like to use those tools.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But imagine in entrepreneurship, life coach, entrepreneur.
To be a business coach. I feel anybody can coach.
In the field.
I feel you can coach better if you have experience in the field. But you can life coach people if you don't have the business experience, if you are trained as a life coach.
I think we're going to get there because the tools must be simple if you can also teach someone who has never, like, if you know you've never been in business. You can.
They're very simplified. It's not like the structured business methodologies, that are like complex, that you have to go to academia school to learn.
How did you get to that part, like in your life, in your journey? Like, are you a Christian?
No.
You're not a Christian?
No, I'm just me.
I know that, my friend. I
don't subscribe to religion. I'm just me. I love the way I do things, and not that I've never been to church. I grew up in church. I remember I used to fall asleep at church. And I felt that I'm not finding, maybe I wasn't getting what other people were getting. It was.
Like,
no, I'm not going to sit here and lie.
Understand what that whole thing was all about.
No. I love the music. I still do. I didn't understand the preachings that deep. You know how people would go and ululate in church and get excited? I wasn't getting it. And I think there was a yearning inside of me that needed to learn something. And I've always focused on that. And that's where this passion came from. Because I went to learn and uncover things that people don't tap into. I started asking questions that you're not supposed to ask. Elders, why you booza? I remember I used to ask my grandmother, Atunga Sali emnyango zoveli tumba. And I've sat on a door so many times and I never got that. And yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, like, my question then is the same tools that we now use. Pastors also have their own different types of tools that people go to. Like, someone would go to a life coach, someone would go to a priest, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct? But when I use, I want to know, man, like...
You want to know what the tools are?
Yeah.
Okay. How much you... I'll give you an example, right? I had a client recently who lost her last 2 clients. And she wasn't really distraught. She's good, like, headspace, but she wasn't seeing clearly what she should do. And we had to sit down and me remind her of the power that she has within herself. Like I said, with coaching, I'm able to show you what you can't see. When you break that shell so that you can see all the possibilities. For example, if this mic were to stop right now, stop functioning. Nature. Love it. So if this mic were to stop functioning right now, right? Normal human beings would like panic. Oh my gosh, what to do? Does this mean this is the only mic in the whole world around here? No. There's another mic there. We can just move the mic. But humans are so used to, bottling themselves into their problems. when you see a problem, the first thing you think of is going deeper into it instead of learning how to get out of it. So we had to sit down and look at different possibilities and talents that she forgot. Not that you don't know of them. So I'm there to remind you. I'm your accountability partner, holding your hand and showing you the things that you forgot so that you are able to take yourself out of any scenario and situation.
This sounds like, is life coaching aligned with spirituality? Like, like if you're a life coach, my question is, should you be spiritual?
So I won't speak for other life coaches, but I am very spiritual.
Okay.
Yeah, in that I meditate. I balance chakras a lot.
Oh yeah?
Yes. So I
Yeah.
align it to spirituality
Uh-huh.
because I feel like, remember I study energy,
Uh-huh.
spirituality, energy, they're all one thing.
Yeah, those
You
are
are
the
energy.
teachings, Sluggy.
Yes.
My first two she said, see, she never
Yeah.
that's the decision that she took. Sisters and things like that.
My grandmother did.
So you're also things as well.
Believe is something else. I don't practice, anymore. But when we were growing up, impep was normal to burn incense, and I remember my grandmother and I used to slaughter chicken every month or so, and she believed in ancestral practices, in rituals, But with the journey that I took, I got to understand certain things on a different level. And I chose my own way I crafted my own belief system, if I can say, which I also feel that is what got me and Guto talking about, topics of life.
How do you live life? How
Yeah.
Christianity or
Yeah. I get along with everyone. I have friends, Abai Zangoma, because I understand energy.
And you got friends who are Christians like that?
Yes.
Also, no, you're not.
And I have friends who are Muslim. I have friends. And they're friends. Hala.
And how?
What is the dark?
It's when you lighten
So
something that you
some of them I do feel, because some of these practices, they kind of prison us. Does that make sense? Because okay, so yeah,
Are you talking
right?
about mental slavery?
Yes, because it is mental slavery. They can't free. A lot of people come to me. They have wishes of starting their own businesses, but they don't know how to free themselves. And that is the programming that is being put on them. This is the programming that you got as a child.
Believe that, for example, to start a business, you need to have money.
There's a lot of myths around it, and no, you don't, because money is gonna come to what? Money comes to a program. There needs to be a product that money can come. You need to design a system. You need to solve a problem. But if you don't have a system that I can pay for, or as an investor invest in, so you first have to craft the idea. So no, you don't need money to start a business. I didn't have money when I started.
So how do you unlock people who are in that mental prison? Like, as a life coach, how do you?
And unfortunately, there isn't much we can do, right? We can put out podcasts like these, for them to be exposed to and start. It will spark something in you if you're watching this, especially if you watch it all the way to the end, where you can start question. It starts with questions, because the more you question, you put out the questions to the universe, and answers are supposed to come. I mean, what else? What else can a
How do
question
they
do
come,
out there?
man? Like, hey,
Right.
guys, today's episode is too amazing. Sluggish.
It's what you put out there
Yeah.
must come back. Yeah.
And now she understands that, nah, man.
Yeah, I couldn't vibe with that. But so you try the best you can to just tell your story. Like I'm telling my story now, how I started the journey. And people that are at a space where they're ready to receive, they will hear you differently. And they'll start asking questions. And I'm sure that's how your journey started.
Yeah.
You ask questions. I asked questions a long time ago. Like my mom couldn't deal with me. She still can't deal with me. But I still ask questions because I want to learn and grow. And that's how you actually open up your brain to receive new information so that you can grow. Yeah, the tools. We will have more sessions about tools. I have so many to share. Yeah.
But in short, like the power of the mind.
Yeah.
For you, like, how do you? Because I want to awaken people.
You do.
In short, man, what the power of the mind does, like the thoughts, all that. How does it connect to you feeling depressed?
Yeah.
To you being happy, to you getting what you want, to you not getting what you want.
Yeah. So I feel like it all starts with, do you know what makes us different from other animals as human beings?
We have a conscious.
Yeah. So it starts with it starts there. The fact that we are able to even know that difference gives us that power, right? One. And then another angle to start looking at is, if you think about that chair, how do you think the person that crafted it first thought of before it existed?
I'm sure you saw it in the mind first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything around us started in the mind. So it shows you the power of the mind. Everything gets created in the mind before you see it. We can go deep and talk about. we can talk as deep as load shedding. I mean, we'll get to that. But every thought that you are having is manifesting your life. You are constantly creating the results that you either want to see or don't even want to see, but you don't know.
You know, someone that is listening now,
Yeah,
would say, so I can just sit.
yeah,
And just
and
think.
think. That would be the best thing to do for yourself. That would be the best thing to do. Obviously, action needs to be taken at some point, but that is why we meditate,
Yeah,
right?
also
That is why we meditate, so that we can put the thoughts that we want into
our subconscious mind.
Yes, and then so that we employ the subconscious mind to bring back what it is that we want to manifest. But our thoughts are the most potent frequencies known to mankind, right? Because your thoughts are constantly creating your reality,
Those
whether you
things.
know or don't know.
Okay.
Right? So I always say that if you at least know that much, the best thing you can do for yourself is control what you're thinking of, or choose your thoughts.
Now, how do they control when they are being fed things that are low vibrational? On the news, they report sad things. They want you to think about sad things.
Yes, so that you can vibrate. Unfortunately, it catches you at that low frequency.
So is that the
and you
main
get
reason
stuck
why they're
there.
like, is that brainwashing? Like,
Yeah, that is. I could easily say that it's brainwashing, because they know that it doesn't affect me. If you're in the car with me, people that drive with me, they know I switch off the radio when the news come on. I switch off the radio because
all it is
it's not selling me anything. It's sad news. Who died? And then what? I even decided that I want to actually start a channel of good news.
Ne?
Yes.
That would be amazing.
I'm not vibing with these sad news that are circulating all over, but they catch you at the frequency. Anything on earth catches you at the frequency you're vibrating at. So everything that you want to get, you need to elevate your vibration. But then you need to also understand what that means. What is vibrating at this level versus, you were asking about how we get to be depressed, and it's exactly that. It's a low vibration of, because I don't like using labels. So I would define depression. I'm sure psychologists will have a different definition.
Remember where with Level earlier, he said there's no such thing as stress. What's stress?
Yeah.
Like, we don't get stress.
But we do, because this is how it remember I said you can choose your thoughts? So when you choose to entertain negative thinking, what do you think that means? You ultimately vibrate at a lower frequency, and that is the root of your illnesses, your depressions, as you call them. It's all low vibration of energy. So if you can learn to heighten the vibrations, that is why I don't eat meat anymore, heavy meat. It's because I vibrate at a lighter vibration. And if I were to eat abo sugar, like sugar slows you down. You feel sluggish.
Yeah.
Right? Heavy meat makes you feel, it keeps you at that vibratory level.
Eating meat,
Yeah. You can actually feel it. Like when you stop eating it, you feel your body's lighter.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up. You can try and not have meat for a week and see how you feel. Cut sugar out and see how you feel.
So the tools are also aligned with your diet.
So when you work with me as my client, we look at the holistic view, right? I don't just look at the problem that you come with, because I know you also need to have the greatest mental state to achieve the things you want. And in order to get there, diet is affected. You need to change that. If you like fitness, you need to incorporate that into
So like if you're my life coach.
Spirituality, we look at all the pillars.
So all your clients agree to change their diet?
Not change the diet, we improve on it. Okay. They tell me what they feel is not working for them. You always know. Your body tells you.
Sometimes you sound like you're super, like you got these supernatural powers. Like right now, you even make people, like, you improve their diets. That's powerful.
Yes.
Like you understand, like.
Yeah, and I don't impose my beliefs on them. I ask them. Because when you come to me, you have a problem, I ask, what's your problem? And then we explore, okay. And then I have to also teach you how to think, because you created the problem in the way that you were thinking in the first place. So if you can learn to think differently, you can get better outcomes, right? But if all my clients know, like there's one who likes sugar. And he's like, so I have to, the beauty of it is that I also change my diet. So I know alternatives. So I can advise you and tell you, okay, there are alternatives. You really like sugar that much. There are sugar-free items that taste sweet, but they don't have the toxic stuff. It's time. It takes time. We don't change overnight. I mean, you're a different person today than the person that I spoke to last year.
Really?
Yeah.
In a good way, no?
Yes.
Shout out. Sluggish.
I mean, we spent the whole day together, and he's more enlightened and more eager to learn. So it's an amazing state to be in. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yo, man, it's exciting.
What's wrong with Uktwasa?
Exciting times, Coach Ama. Linda, but diet mostly.
Yeah.
You asked me earlier, what is the matrix?
Yes.
So the reason why most people are sick, is it because of what they are being taught, or what they are being fed, or what they are being forced to consume?
Zonke. How much processed food do we eat? No. And who can raise a hand and say processed food is healthy? Nobody. So it's the food. It's the information we are fed. They're advertising junk food more than healthy food on the same TV that is
reporting said
that is programming you to be a zombie, right? So all of it, think of anything. It's all you just in that little prison. And the more you feed your body with toxic material, do you think it's gonna function at its best? I doubt that. But if you start changing the way you think, you start changing the food you you put in your body, things start changing in your world. And health is inevitable. You know, I haven't had flu in a while. It's not because I'm wise or whatever, it's because I'm conscious of what I eat.
Right?
Yes. And it's not so much work. It's not that deep.
I always told
It's just veggies.
that
I just eat a lot of veggies.
flu. What's flu?
What is that?
That's when you take you don't have headaches.
Yeah, I don't get those either. But if you were to give me, because you know, women get cravings every month somewhere in their cycle, and I derail because I'm human. And yes, because yeah, they become more powerful, this monster. And then I'll eat like a slice of cake. I'll go to Woolies and get me a chocolate. And Woolies cuts a huge slice. It's not a thin thing. But I will know this is toxic for me because my body's no longer used to the sugar. The next morning I feel heavy. I feel it's not a headache, but you feel off. Is it similar to like slightly hungover, but irritable and but you'll know that it's not good for your body. So we were just talking in general about what causes illness.
Yes.
So the belief of it, I feel, affects. Remember, your thoughts create your reality. So if you really believe in something, it's ultimately going to manifest in your life.
Right? It's crazy. So now people, how do they control their thoughts?
Ish, that is a
In
very
such
tough
a
one.
world.
It's a tough one. Like I said, it starts with curiosity and asking questions. Up until you get to that point, you're gonna be stuck in that little cocoon prison.
Like if you like what, if you don't mind, like one of your success stories with your clients, like
Yeah.
on what challenges they were facing and how they managed to change it later on. I just want to help a lot of people, man, because a lot of people are deep in the matrix. A lot of people are sleeping, you know. And I think today they will finally understand what I've been trying to preach to them about this thing of thoughts becoming things, that everything that's in your life, you called it. You should be aware of everything.
Yes.
You understand? So now, how do you avoid it?
So success stories that I can share that I'm one story that I'm proud of. I have one of my international clients. When we started working together, he knew that he had a love for music. But you know how as human beings we have inhibitions because we were structured to believe in a certain way. We were programmed that you need to go to school, get your grades, and go work for someone in the system, right? And when you now try to get out of that system, it looks like you're being a disappointment to your society, to your parents, and then that creates inhibitions. You start doubting yourself and having fear, because one of the major problems that young people have is fear. They have desire to start something, but the fear holds them back.
They've been programmed.
Yeah, so me and my client worked through the tools that I have, and he was able to break free from that to a point where he was starting now to write lyrics. He recorded a track, and he was able to have a collab on stage. It was just one or two tracks with Malay. You know Malay, right?
The female vocalist.
Yes, she was performing in the UK at the time. It was last year, and he managed to use the tools to manifest performing with Malay, and it came to life.
Nice.
That was amazing because we did a lot of tools. It included visualizing, and we'd also do vision board, because everything that we work on points to the vision board. If you can't see it, you can't
My wife's
manifest it.
vision.
Yes.
Like you have to see it every day for it to manifest.
Also, not just that, that is why now I've stopped, because I used to do vision board workshops. My last one was last year. I had a great turnout. It was about 25 people that attended.
Okay.
Where it's just a table. I organize old school magazines. We're cutting out pictures. There's glue, and then we get dirty. It was fun, but I stopped it because I felt it wasn't speaking to my brand, because my aim is everything that I do with my clients need to speak to their vision board. right? So I decided I'm only gonna do the vision boards with my clients, and we really enjoy doing vision boards. But the reason why I wanna do it with them specifically only is because there's a whole lot of work that needs to be done after you've crafted the vision board, because it's not something you take and put it on the wall. You need to do an action plan on it. You need to put the goals on it. It's one thing me saying I want a Ferrari. It's another actually being specific. Remember,
Visions should be aligned.
Yes.
With the Ferrari.
Yes, your visions need. If you want a Ferrari, if I ask you, you're working a 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Are you ever going to achieve a Ferrari? Huh? Does it make sense? So you need to tell me. There's a difference between your dreams that you aspire to achieve and just dreaming. That's just building castles in the air. I'm not interested in working with people like that. We need to sit down and design a plan. How are we getting to it? If it's a 5-year plan, let's work on it. But it all needs to be chunked down to daily actions.
Ne?
Yeah.
So when again, I'm trying to see how when you manage to off ramp
from the system.
No, but this time I want to know, because since you say you're not Christian,
Yeah,
and I'm sure when you decided to, should I say disown it or denounce it? Like, how do you put it?
zonk.
How did your family take it, and how do they take it?
My mother is still a churchgoer. It took her a while. She didn't understand it. I remember when I would come home with a tattoo. Moms. Yeah, like, devilish practices, and she didn't take it well. But what worked for me is everything else that I do outside of the things that she doesn't like, she likes. So I'm mentally okay. I'm financially stable. I can sustain myself. I'm not a super groovist anymore. And so it balances out. Even if you were to would want to disown your child because she's not following the same religion beliefs as you, if you like that I'm building a house for you, because I did that. I went and built my mom's house, and and others. I take care of my parents. Do you think you would disown a child that did that just because we don't follow, Yeah. Some would, right? So you'd rather be as a parent, you'd rather be hungry? Because I help my parents financially. So are you saying as a parent you'd rather be hungry? Yeah. Yes.
But
I think also it's how deep their belief. Because remember, gunama levels in these. Yeah. Yeah, and they challenge you. They say you can't not believe in anything. And I never said I don't believe in anything. I just said I don't subscribe to religion, because I feel like religion is. I'm saying religion. I'll come back to that. I'm saying religion. I have to put this out that this is 100% my opinion. I feel like religion is a political movement, right? That was created to separate human beings, right? And keep you away from the truth that is there to help you free yourself. Hence, a lot of people now are stuck in the system.
Because they don't know how to free themselves.
They don't know how to free themselves. Even if you can create these podcasts every week that give them tools or hints. Because your program, remember the mind also, it takes repetition for your mind to program something. With driving, you didn't just get into a car and you knew how to drive instantly. Repetition. The same with the negative programming, because the mind, it programs things that way through repetition. So Yeah, uyayithanda le yaka religion. God. So for me, I believe in higher power, right? Because we can say it's God, but God is a noun for Christians only, right? For
Christians only.
God has different names for different.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the different noun. Like I know Rastafarians have a different terminology.
Jah.
Jah, right? So we've got Jah, we've got God, we've got
Nkulunkulu.
yeah, Nkulunkulu. We've got different nouns for this power, right? Allah, you see. So if I don't believe in God, I believe in Allah, does it mean it's a different God?
That's the someone else's religion.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. And how did you get there? Here's another thing is the biggest religion is Christianity, right? And a lot of Christians feel like that is their religion is the most correct one. But then there's over 4,000 other religions globally. And the sun shines for all of them.
Religion is like a way of, hey, when angenela ini.
Hence I say it's a political
We want you to think like this.
movement, yeah. That is there to just program you to do certain things a certain way. And it's part of the system, right? It's not the main system. Another system is the go to school, get these grades, go work for someone.
What's your take on that?
Huh?
What's your take about
exactly that? That is my take. That is my take because I don't subscribe to that either. Like half the things you learned in school, obviously you become wiser and you're able to utilize that.
But at the same time, you know they're programming you to do things their way.
That's my point.
They're training you to be your own prison warden.
Yeah. I mean, you go to school, right? And then after the school, you go and work for someone. Does that necessarily mean that you're doing what you aspire, what you're good at, you're utilizing your talents? Did you even study something that is in line with your talents in the first place? What you're passionate on? Do you even know what your talents are? Yeah. Right? So you picked a course because you were good at maths, therefore I'll be an engineer. And then you studied it. Because ekaya, sonke ama doctors will all be, right? And then we will come back and work for the same system that pays you the amount that they decide to pay you. Ne? And then the same amount that they decided that you must earn it, they come back now and chow it through loans and tax and giving you a motto at whatever interest rate. You're paying for it, but then you must pay interest. Then you must. Do you see the system? At what point? At what point do you get out of it? Because you're gonna pay your house all your life.
You can't get out of it.
Once imoto iphela after 5 years. Yeah. My point exactly. You die ungakasiqedi leso sikoloto, like you pay until to your grave. Do you see why they can't get out of the system?
It goes down to also how you were really programmed. It goes back to the mind, how it was designed from birth.
Yeah.
Kunamagate avalile for you to not think of a way of living your life off that route. Yes. You are designed to believe it.
But who's gonna show you? Who's gonna show you alternatives? Because they show you the one-dimensional system. This is the route we all take. From home, this is what your parents did. So how are you gonna know better?
You can't.
So my question was, this can't be it. I remember sitting in my engineering desk and I'm like, yo, I learned so much and I have this awesome job as an engineer, but I'm bored. It was so monotonous and I thought there should be something bigger. That's how I got into life coaching. And I was accompanying a friend one day who was also being told by a lot of people that she's very good at, because she used to facilitate training, that she should look into life coaching. And I was taking her to 4As, I remember, because she didn't like driving. And when we got there, I was more interested in this life coaching thing. I was like, what is this? And I was like, I'm in. And I've been in since.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to practice when you are. It also happened with me, I think.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, man. Mine actually came from the grief that I had when I lost my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, life can't be this painful.
Yeah.
Why am I feeling so sad about someone dying? Was this universe designed that way? For us to feel this pain when we lose our loved ones?
Yeah.
And as I went deeper and deeper, I realized that, you know what? We don't even die.
Yes.
But
You
they removed that from the Bible.
That energy can neither be created nor destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
We don't die.
So you get to understand. We learned this in school. How many of our friends did science in school and we were told energy can neither be created nor destroyed? But you don't get to really understand
what they're really talking about.
Yes, but what is energy?
What is energy?
You are energy. Right?
It's just an avatar, my man. It's not me.
Right? We're all made of energy, and the difference is the frequency at which each item vibrates. That makes it a chair, it makes it a human. But we're all energy vibrating. True. So we are all made up of atoms. We are all made from the same particles. And we all have the sun above us. So if we can wake up and realize that we are all under one roof, and we are the same. Yeah, we are all the same. So why are we constantly fighting to show each other how I'm much better?
Female thing that they've separated.
Yes.
Feminine energy, masculine energy, they've split it apart.
Yeah.
Again, we're always supposed to find a balance with the two. But nah, man. They made us more masculine. If this guy says I love you to me, I was like, oh yeah. What are you saying? You love who?
Okay, tendencies. Why? Step away. So ish, to help people to wake up is a task that I don't know. You are very energized about it.
I told him.
Minang is again. Right?
It's very loud.
Minang is again. I wait for people to be ready.
See, if it took whatever missionaries at that time to colonize and change everything in that one generation, how many generations is it going to take?
They knew what they were planting, that it was going to be a generational curse. They knew that if we get these guys and force them, their kids will be like, they will grow up into this thing, and their kids will be like automatically. No one will know that this was.
Would you agree?
Oh yes.
Would you agree that people believe in religion more than the people introduce religion to them?
And they don't even understand.
That is the deepest thing you've said all day. Because, whoa, right? And how are you going to be so deep into it than the people that introduce it? And how do you introduce religion to me? Ngapha uyang bulala. I'm never going to subscribe to that. I'm never going to believe that a person that is coming to take my land and is killing my brothers and sisters loves me so much to show me this light in this Bible.
I posted a TikTok video, dog, about us being forced into this thing. Some were like, we're not forced.
We're what?
Stop lying.
Okay, how? How did we know about it?
My man. Your own way of life was called witchcraft.
Yeah.
They even painted it in a bad way.
Yes.
You're using energy.
They turned you against you.
You knew how to use the power, dog.
Yeah,
they turned you against you.
Yeah.
And let's not get it wrong, right? Religion is not all bad. Because you do go to church and gather with your fellow religious buddies, and when you
make connections.
Yeah, when you do the rituals and you know, your spirit gets uplifted, which is what we aspire to you know, heighten the frequency.
Yeah.
So you do get I mean,
I'd
they
say
have
they raise
groups.
those vibrations.
Yeah, they do. So there's
there are people who go to church and come.
no, you definitely do, because I know before I understood meditation, I used to love, like I said, I loved the music, and I would feel my energies were heightened with some songs better than others, right? So it does work, but sadly, if you don't understand that's what it's doing for you, and you don't understand how often you need to repeat that, you go back to the normal state of stress and
Hell.
hell. Hell
Abanye
on
abantu,
earth.
they think hell and heaven, they'll see it when they die.
Yeah, I'd rather have my heaven here on earth while I'm here, because nobody has been on the other side. So let's stop.
Should I go
Let's
deep
not
about what other
focus.
people say? They think they see Jesus coming from the sky one day.
'Cause
I'm joking.
I'm
No,
not
sorry.
going there. We
Okay,
know.
no, let's move from there.
Ufuna ukungixoshisa ekhaya. My mom's gonna kick me out of
Let's
home.
move from the religion thing. It's done. It's done. So yeah, you
Yeah.
also spoke about unemployment. How do we solve that?
Yo, unemployment.
Yeah.
Eh? We do not solve it by sitting and waiting for the government to do something. The government acts like it cares. I don't think it does. It's again my opinion. Because they have so many funds. If you watch my TikTok this week, they have a lot of funds that they dedicate to solving the problem, but there's no solutions. So are you really dedicated to solving the problem?
So you're saying the funds are there?
The funds are
Galo.
funds. Funds. We can never run out of funds as a country.
You say
Never.
there has to be change.
Yeah. So Mina, I speak for the young people that are ready to be out of the system. I speak for young people that are frustrated and want a way out. There's others who just feel like they just need to get a job. But with the unemployment stats, what are the chances of that? So seek alternatives. Start thinking, what else can I do? Those are the people that I work with who are saying, I've tried so much to look for a job, I can't find it. I'm thinking of doing plan B. Those are the people that I work with. And then I work with people who have been in business for some time and they have struggles here and there. Those are people I work with. But yeah, unemployment, I'm speaking to employment creators. People who create employment.
I don't know what to say anymore about the government, dog.
Government.
Nothing you can say, man. They know what they are doing, boy. To
Yeah.
them, everything is okay. You need to understand that part.
Mm.
That to them, everything is okay.
What is okay? What does
Are
okay
they
mean?
really in touch with our problems,
No,
dog?
Do they care about your problems? The first question you should ask yourself is, do you think they care about your problems? Because if someone cares, they are bound to do something, right? Especially if you are given the power to take care of the nation.
You know, they're even affecting our businesses. We had to wait like 4 hours to shoot this episode
Exactly.
because of load shedding.
Now we're shooting in the dark.
Now we're shooting in the
Bong,
dark.
load shedding.
Thank you, Siren.
But we are not going to stop because of that.
Never. Singamakod.
So, no, I don't think they care. They have the funds to make change. One day, maybe they'll utilize the funds the way they should.
Mhm.
I am not waiting for the government for anything. I create because I know the powers that I have.
Do you do any
create.
rituals?
Yeah.
Can you give us an easy ritual that we can start also?
So I do an adopted ritual from Hawaii. It's a Hawaiian ritual that cleanses your soul. It cleanses everything that is wrong about you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just 4 sentences that, it helps you feel better. You feel better about yourself. You can actually chant that,
Mm-hmm.
and you can instantly feel different and feel the love and the healing. It's from a book called Zero Limits. And the sentence goes, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And thank you. I chant that so many times a day.
You're talking to your higher self.
Yeah.
What's your higher self? Yabona manje. We're getting deeper now. It's like
We had a witch on the show.
we had a
You're talking to your higher self. What is your higher self? Where? Well, let's not be that deep, but remember I said I believe in the higher power.
Mm-hmm.
So you are connected to that higher power because remember we are all energy.
Mm-hmm.
So since we are all energy, we're all connected to the same higher power. So when you're speaking to the higher power, you're speaking to your higher self. It's one thing. And because your higher power, that's your subconscious mind. Right? And your mind is 95% unconscious and only 5% conscious. And the 95% is where everything is programmed. So when you doing the ritual, is you talking to that 95% to forgive yourself from the wrongdoings that the 5% keeps doing. Because when we are conscious, we think a lot of nonsense. And remember, your thoughts create your reality. And when we see it in our reality, we don't like it. So you have to cleanse that. And I have to do this because I work with people who have their own problems that they're bringing to me. And I'm bound to take some of that energy. So I cleanse. So that's the main ritual that I use. And then I love burning incense. And then I meditate.
Incense impepo, ne?
I don't particularly burn impepo. But I burn all kinds of incense. I like the Roman.
But the main reason why people burn incense and impepo and what they burn in the Roman Catholic churches, is it for the same?
Yeah, because it does something to. It's also energy, so it releases certain energies in the space. That is why the Roman Catholic would burn their incense, is to release bad energies around, so that the air that we are breathing in church is clear. Same with us when Simpepo is to chase away evil spirits and spirits that we don't want around. So I just ban the money incense because I like money.
It's like, what's going on, Doc? You know what? Today's episode, man.
There's so much we need to talk about, and I'm looking forward to coming back over and over because there's a lot to talk about, especially because I'm interested to support you in helping people. We're not trying to impose our belief systems onto them whatsoever. We just want to share what we know.
I think we're
what you do with it
in the show on a regular, hey?
I'd love that.
Ne?
Yes.
What do the gods think? Gods, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think about.
Yes, please. On it.
Frequency. I'm talking about qualified people. I know you guys have been saying, because when I do music now, when I talk about my journey in the spiritual world, like you guys are judging me as usual. Judge. But send to Coach Amma, man. I wonder what you guys are gonna start saying now.
Judge and coach work.
Vutile.
But obviously people are bound to judge you.
But yeah, I think
make every they didn't even love Jesus. He was crucified. You're not money. The only thing that's loved is money. Genuinely loved. So you're not gonna make everyone happy. The only thing you can do is share your thoughts, share your story, and share tools here and there. If it helps, if it changes one person a day, you've done something.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm a warrior of light.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna continue awakening souls.
Yes.
I think that's one of my purposes. I've been awakening artists for a long time, you know?
Yeah.
Doing so much for the game. But now it's time to awaken the real job.
Yes.
Sabavos. Definitely, man. I
support you.
Do this more often. Please come back again. Yeah. We're gonna
Yes, you will.
I hope you're not gonna charge us.
I don't know.
But thank you so much.
Don't know. We'll see.
Pulling up, Coach Amma.
It was my absolute pleasure. I had so much fun in the load shedding stage, and I enjoyed.
So, how can people, regarding your life coaching business?
Coaching. They can go through my website at coachammawealth.com, and I'm on the socials as at Coach Amma Wealth. That's my handle. Insta, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. They can get hold of me that way.
So you don't mind coaching a future multi-millionaire, and when your rates are always the same?
No, they're not.
Do you get into?
So I have standard rates. Obviously, because I work with different age groups, I don't necessarily charge a younger person the same fee as I would charge an older person, right? Because there's the difference in experience. The experienced person has more problems.
We can hear you guys.
Has more problems for us to work on versus a younger person. Younger people are like sponges. Whatever you tell them to do, they just implement. So it's much easier for me to work with them. Hence, I only work with young people. But yeah, I don't work with older generation.
Like, are their minds difficult to?
They've already actually, you can look this up. The brain after 35, it's kind of locked in, and whatever you know.
You can't reverse it.
You can. It's much difficult to unprogram you after that age than it is. I do have clients that are older than 35. I'm not gonna lie, but I prefer much younger clients. Yeah, because I will take on a client that's older, because if you're willing, it's the will that I need, right? If you're willing, we work together. But I assess before taking you on as a client to see. There's an exercise where we do the teachability exercise. How teachable are you? Because if you fail that, we not, especially with the older generation, we do the teachability exercise to see, can I really? Because I can't coach a person that is not coachable. What are we going to do?
What's a person who's not coachable? Is not someone that
it's somebody that knows everything.
Or someone that knows everything.
Yeah. Someone who believes they know everything, stay that way, knowing. Because what am I going to teach you?
Hey, I used to believe I knew everything.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's the most dangerous state to be in, a state of mind. So I need clients to come in admitting that there's so much they don't know, because there's no way you can know everything.
Never.
So if you acknowledge that, then it opens your mind to understanding that there's a lot more to learn. In that space, then we can work.
Deeper, the rabbit hole.
Yeah. And when you finally get it, you can never go back. You're always in a state of learning.
What did I say when I told you about my journey?
Yeah.
How did I put it?
You were like, wow, this is so amazing. I've been sleeping. You're like, I've been sleeping. I feel like I was asleep all my life. And you were very I remember last year you were super excited to even learn more, and you were changing your diet. And I was like, way to go. You know, I was looking forward to seeing, I'm seeing it now that you've grown. So yeah, hopefully a lot of people will follow.
Da Vinci Code. Guys.
And your terminologies.
Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, man. Please subscribe to the channel. Like, comment. I know I don't usually ask for all those things, but because we are gods, but thoughts become things, you know. So this channel already has 10K subscribers. Come on. Let's take us all the way to 100K. Yeah. We had Coach Amma today on the show. I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope you're gonna go on and research more about what we spoke about. And by the way, you know, there's a disclaimer on every episode. Don't say what we said here. It is what it is. No. Nope. Say kulume. But when's then? Oh yes.
Just chilling on the couch.
And they should expect to see more of her.
Definitely. definitely. We got a life coach on the highest frequency.
That's it.
Bye-bye.
Bye. It's fine.
Bye, man.
Somebody's supposed to say cut.